just want to talk about my SaaS and give a little bit of an update on what's happening. So I think it's been 2 weeks since I uploaded the video, and it's done great. I think it got 1 view, which is amazing, incredible. But we're not here to get views. We're here to document. All right. So, the past couple of weeks, I'm not sure when I uploaded. I think it's been 2 weeks. Anyway, I've been reevaluating my position in the market and in my SaaS. So, where did we go? We went from SS Code, which is a code library where SaaS developers can make money from selling their code, kind of like WordPress plugins and stuff like that, but for Squarespace code snippets. So I didn't actually end up committing to that. I started creating that, what do we call it? I started creating the app, designing and stuff like that, but I ran into a bit of a roadblock along the way. I realized the monetization was unclear. And how was I supposed to pay developers when I want to offer free trials for early access? So I thought long and hard about that and realized it wasn't viable. So I've pivoted. I've changed my strategy completely. The new strategy I've adopted is copying software, being a little copycat, as they might say back in primary school. My new idea, it's a budgeting app designed for uni students, or like working class Australians, ages like 18 to 25, maybe even target a bit lower if, say, they're working during high school and they're actually interested in budgeting and saving money. But where did I get the idea from? That's the big question. I stole it. I was looking on, I forget the app. It wasn't Product Hunt. I came across Lunch Money, which I'm not sure how familiar everyone is with it. I didn't even know it existed, so yeah, but it averages around 40,000 monthly users, so it's fairly popular. Its pricing model is monthly, about $3 per month USD, with a $29 per year deal, which is pretty cheap. And I looked into it a bit more. The story on how the developer actually came up with it was pretty fascinating. I would share it with you, but I forgot. You can always just Google Lunch Money. I'm sure it's a great app. I didn't really look too much into it. Probably should do a bit more research, but I'm too lazy for that. So first, I found a template on Bubble. Basically just started developing from there. Now, where do I want to actually take the idea? So instead of focusing more on budgeting, I want to focus on the act of building the habit of budgeting. So actually providing rewards for saving goals or saving a certain amount of money, budgeting a certain amount of days in a row, and just help build the actual habit of budgeting, which is hard because some people, they try to build a habit, they go for 2 days and they give up, which is something I've run into many times before. How do I intend to reward the user? Now, I've copied more ideas from Opal app, which is a screen time app that I use currently. It's great. It blocks many apps, so I can't use them, like Instagram, Snapchat, YouTube, during my work days. So I'd recommend using Opal if you want to focus more. But basically what they have is they have an achievement system where you basically earn these like opal gems. I don't know if you know what an opal is. It's a gem mainly found in Australia. I don't even think you can find it anywhere else apart from Australia. But I digress. You unlock these gems for completing a certain amount of challenges. So let's say you focus for 1,000 hours in opal. So you basically have blocked your apps for 1,000 hours. You get a gem and you can apply a theme. So this gem might be like a purple theme or some sort of like cool theme. And yeah, so I've thought of this, but instead of opal gems, I want to make it more animals because I don't know, I like animals. I think they're chill. But basically, like say a user for completing the onboard process, they unlock, say, the snake. And the snake provides a theme, which is like a green, like foresty grass sort of theme. And then there could be like a shark theme where it's more like an ocean theme. So they can do that for saving $1,000 or something like that. So I intend to provide rewards for saving. So again, it's not for like, I don't want to perfect the budgeting part of the tool. I want to perfect more of the application side of the tool, like the building the habit of budgeting. So yeah, that's my idea. I do have a ton of features. When starting an app, I tend to just write out like 20 different features, but I do have to pick and choose which ones with like 2 to implement. And I'm not sure, I'm tossing up between like implementing an AI that you can like ask for like a shopping list or like budgeting tips, or maybe even like can evaluate where you're spending too much and say cut back on spending here so more can go to your goals. Or and then like also providing different deals, so like it can display the different deals from like Coles, Woolies, Aldi, compare prices, stuff like that, which I think would be a very useful tool for budgeting, because that's what I do to budget anyway. If I can compress that into one tool and then monetize it, make some cash, then I think I'm positioning myself well in the market. I haven't looked into too much competitors, but I know there's competition, but competition is good. That means there's a market. So I'll just talk a bit about like why I actually chose to copy an application instead of just doing what I've been doing, which is market research and coming up with a problem, or thinking of a problem and coming up with a solution. The reason I was decided to go to copy it is because it's easier. You just look for an app, you copy it. You don't have to test the market or anything, because you already know that there's a market for it. People are already paying another person for this app. So if you can just make the same app, completely copy it, and then pivot it in a way that makes it unique, then I think that's like a great way to come up with an app and make a bit of money. This isn't an original idea I came up with. I actually saw a video. I forget the video. I'll try to put the link down in the description, or even just up here. I can't at the moment because the internet's out the campus and I have no data and no Wi-Fi, so it's great. I can't upload today. But anyway, I digress again. Yeah, so like copying is a great strategy. We're all taught it in school not to copy, because like academically it's bad. You don't put in your own work, but in terms of business, I think copying is probably one of the best strategies you can use to make money and come up with a successful business. Like Tesla, for example, he didn't even come up with the light bulb. He stole it from Edison, was it? Or was it the other way around? I don't know. I'm not too much of a nerd, but either way, copying and stealing ideas is a great way to come up with a successful business. So, I'm going to conclude here. I think it's been a shorter rant than last week. I'm not sure why last week's video was 20 minutes long. There wasn't much to talk about. I'll try to be more consistent with my uploads, even though nobody watches it. But I want to be more consistent so I can document more. And yeah, I have struggled with procrastination this week a fair bit. So that's something I've got to work on personally to be successful in business. And just put in the hours. It's kind of hard. Like, I get to a certain time, like say 3 o'clock, where I just want to play chess or watch YouTube, or just like nothing but work. It's like my brain just switches on to like when I was a kid. I would get home from school and I would just play video games straight away, and school kind of ends like, for me it was like 4:30, 5 o'clock. So when it switches to 4:30, 5 o'clock, my brain kind of goes, alright, time to consume as much dopamine as possible. And like, it's still a habit I've carried on to this day. So that's something I've got to work on throughout this year. Anyway, get out of here. Get the fuck off YouTube if you're watching this, and go do something with your life.